revolution again after the previous revolution. So revolution part 2. Man, lots of revolutionizing going on over in Egypt lately. After 2 years of riding the revolution train to the presidency, Egypt's Mohamed Morsi was removed from power by his own military yesterday. Now, an interim president fills the vacancy, awaiting a future democratically elected official to take his place, while Morsi, according to some sources, sits on his butt in house arrest in Cairo. Sounds like fun, not really. Now, the thing with revolution in today's day and age is that people want to see change immediately. The presidency changed immediately, so why doesn't everything else get better right away? Egypt's citizens wanted all the bad stuff to go away as soon as Morsi was elected, but that didn't happen, and his tidal wave of approval drizzled out mighty quick after the economy failed to kick it into high gear. Crime was rampant, food prices were jacked, and everything basically sucked. So Egyptians were up in arms, and this opened the door for the military to step in and start making demands. The generals wanted him to share power with the opposition, and they accused Morsi of authoritarianism and being too conservative, and were like, dude, change stuff. And he was like, no. And they were like, F it. And then they arrested Morsi and a number of his Muslim Brotherhood supporters. Per CNN, the Muslim Brotherhood is the long repressed political movement that ushered Morsi into office. So kind of like his cabinet and his friends kicking it in the government sector. Okay, so what we got here is a democratically elected Islamist official that is dealing with a military coup. That's what it is. For a country that is trying to establish a legitimate democracy, this it might not be a promising development. The voice of the people doesn't travel very far when dudes with guns start removing elected officials. Sure, they claim there will be another election, but what happens to that guy when Egypt's generals become unhappy with that situation? So Egypt, for the time, is experiencing military rule with like a democratic veil. But what do I know? Ed Hussein, a senior fellow for Middle Eastern Studies at the Council on Foreign Relations, said, popular protests are the sign of a robust democracy, but the change in an elected government should be at the ballot box, not through mob violence. Now, what I gather here is that nobody is perfect in this situation, and everyone is grasping for power. Morsi represented the new order, trying to establish a foothold after the revolution. He was battling the old order that wanted things to go back to the way they were before said revolution. Mix in a little unrest of the people into this power struggle, and you open the door for a momentary, hopefully momentary, military dictatorship possibility. We'll see what happens. Now, where does Egypt go from here? An article over at Al Jazeera lays out 3 possibilities. 1, the military steps in with a remilitarization of the state, and they call the shots. It probably wouldn't be good. 2, the Muslim Brotherhood makes a bold move. They either step down and peace out, or they fight tooth and nail for the power they receive through election. And 3, supporters of the old regime kick the Brotherhood out, say, hey, military, we got this, and they rise to power, maybe through elections, maybe not. But this is a step backward for Egypt, negating the revolution of 2 years ago. So that's probably not good either. The article goes on to point out that the only truly viable option is a little bit of teamwork. The Muslim Brotherhood allows for the voice of all the people and parties to influence the country. A little bit of national dialogue to pave the way for the future of Egypt. But I'm sure this is all gonna slowly play out over the next couple weeks or months, and tensions are high and the future of the country is up in the air. The hope is that the finding of a solution won't be at the expense of human life. So what do you guys think of this whole situation? Let us know in the comments down below. Like the video, subscribe to the channel, click this annotation for more stories from SourceFed. My name's Joe Beretta. I hope you're having a wonderful 4th of July.